everyone, I hope you're okay. Today I'm doing a testing Primark makeup video. I mentioned in my Primark haul, which was my video before last, that I picked up a few beauty bits and I wanted to try them on video and do like first impressions, swatching, that kind of thing. So that is what we're doing today. I'm literally so excited about this because I bought this stuff almost 2 weeks ago and I haven't touched it. I was like, nope, I'm going to keep it for the video, and I genuinely am so excited. So these things better not let me down or I'm going to be so disappointed. So basically I've already done my foundation. I've put on some primer, some foundation, because I didn't buy a foundation from the range. I do have some foundations, but I went to the store basically an hour before it was closing and I didn't have an awful lot of time to kind of stand around and swatch foundations, and I was a little bit concerned because I'd not really heard much about the foundations. I didn't want to spend like £5-6, which I know doesn't sound like a lot of money, but I didn't want to spend £5-6 on a foundation that may be rubbish. So I thought I'd skip the foundation this time and kind of put everything else, like buy everything else that kind of doesn't really matter so much. So yeah, so I didn't buy foundation, so sorry about that. So I just put on my regular foundation, which is, I think I've put on a L'Oreal one today, and it doesn't quite match my neck, so I do need to kind of bronze up my face a little bit. And then I'm obviously just going to go straight in and use everything else pretty much from Primark, so hopefully that will be okay. Okay, so yeah, so as I have put on some foundation, I'm going to go straight in with some concealer. I don't know what's going on with my hair here. I've got like this massive bulky bit, but we'll just try to ignore that. So I did buy a concealer palette, which is here. This was £3 and it has 3 cream concealers and a pressed powder to set. What does it say? It says it's a long lasting powder, but I'm not sure how like full coverage the concealers are supposed to be. So there's 3 different shades. They're kind of quite dark shades, to be honest, so I'm not quite sure how this is going to work, but I'm sure we'll soon see. So I'm going to use these. I've got a few spots that just need covering up, and I'm going to use it on my under eyes as well. I'm finding it quite hard to apply. I don't know if it's the brush, I don't know if it's the product, but it's seeming quite difficult to kind of pop on. Let me see. You need to kind of warm it up quite a bit in your fingers. Yeah, I quite like that. It's better than what I was expecting. I wasn't really holding out much hope at all, if I'm awfully honest. But I feel like it's done quite a good job, definitely covering up spots and that kind of thing. So it'll be good to see how it lasts. So now I'm going to use the setting powder, which is this one here. And I'm going to take a different brush for this one. I'm just going to pop this just over like my whole face. So next we're going to move on to the Contour and Glow palette. So this is a bronzer and highlighter. This is what it looks like. I'm very excited about this. And in Sod's Law, I washed all of my brushes last night in prep for doing this video, and I managed to forget to wash my blush brush, well, my bronzer brush. I don't know how, obviously it just got out of brushing, but I'm still going to use it because this is just my favourite for using for bronzer. So I'm just going to pop this wherever kind of the sun naturally hits my face. So far it's quite a nice colour. I thought it was going to be really, really light, but it's not too bad actually. It's also kind of giving my face a little bit of a glow. Like, I don't know if you can pick it up on camera, but not like a lot of a glow, but kind of almost just like it has a little bit of like shimmer. Very barely though, like not very much at all. When I did the Primark haul, I said that I was hoping this was going to be like the Charlotte Tilbury Film Style Bronze and Glow. Kind of gave me those vibes. The bronzer isn't as good, but I think that is pretty good for a... I'm pretty sure this kit was £3.50, so I don't think that's too bad for like a £1.75 bronzer. So now I'm going to try the highlighter. I'm not expecting this to be as glowy as the usual highlighters that I wear. That's not too bad actually. Again, that is better than what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be one of those highlighters that you literally pop on and you can't even tell. But you can definitely tell, can't you? Is that coming up on camera, hopefully? actually, I really like the highlighter. I think that's a really, really nice day-to-day highlighter. It's not too in your face, but it's definitely still, like, you can still tell that it's there. And hopefully that's coming up on camera, but that is really, really nice. Let's move on to eyes, and for the eyes I decided to pick up some eyeshadow crayons because I thought these looked really, really interesting and a little bit more interesting than just getting an eyeshadow palette. So I bought 2 shades. I bought this one, which is nude shimmer, so like a champagne-y gold, and then this one, which is called golden rust. Okay, don't think this is going to be as good as what I hoped because it's already feeling quite dry. Let's warm this up a little bit. Sometimes you need to warm pencils up to make them a bit more creamy. It's also, I thought the colour would be like a bit more kind of glittery and pigmented. It's still pretty. So yeah, it's not as this one seems to feel a bit more pigmented. I think I'm going to give up with them. I'm not overly impressed, but then I guess they were £2, so you know, and everything else has been really good so far. Yeah, they're just not as pigmented as I hoped they'd be. So next I'm going to move on to mascara, and I did have a liquid liner that I actually got from Primark, but for the life of me I cannot find it anywhere. I didn't like it because I have tried it and I just didn't like it at all because it was really, really thick like a marker pen, but I still wanted to kind of show it in the video, but I can't find it. So I'm just going to use this. This is the High Definition Mascara, Ultra Volume and Lift, and I'm also going to be using some false lashes as well. I can't seem to say false lashes whenever I do videos at the moment. So I'm just going to pop this on and then I'm going to pop on some lashes. To be fair though, it's a shame that I have lashes because this mascara is pretty good. I feel like it's made my lashes look really, really long and like stand out. They've not looked like this in ages. So to be fair, I am pretty impressed with that mascara. That's really, really good. These are the £1 full look false eyelashes, and I was pretty impressed because I thought they looked quite kind of demi-wispy from our gel kind of styly. So these come with a pretty big thing of glue, which I'm not going to use. I'm going to use my own glue. But let's have a look, see what they're like. And I'm going to cut these in half as well because I don't really like using a full lash strip. I've just realised that I also bought brushes and I haven't tried them out, so let's give these a whirl. This is the eye contour brush. It was only £1 and it's like a fluffy, how you open it. This is a really nice brush though. This would make a really nice concealer brush actually. Feels really soft, really blendable, it blends well. And then I'm going to use this one, which is the angled powder brush. It was £1.50 and I thought this would be a perfect highlighter brush. Itself was really nice and soft. Oh yeah, it's perfect for highlighter. I'm so impressed with this highlighter, literally so impressed. So I've got 2 Velvet Matte Lipstick crayons. One's in the shade Midnight and I think the other one's called Shameless. Very similar. One's a dark kind of wine and then one's almost like a purpley plum. I'm going to just swatch these. There we go, you can see them. So I'm going to use Shameless, the dark purpley one, because I did buy, no, Midnight, not Shameless, and because I did buy the Midnight lip liner as well, so let's keep them the same. And I wanted to do like quite a dark lip. I also just want to apologise in advance now if my lip liner and my lipstick application is really shoddy, because I am not the best at applying dark lipstick, which is probably why I don't do it too often. So just so you know in advance, I'm not a makeup artist, so that is why. Right then, let's do this. It's quite a nice lip liner to use. It seems to like go along the lip quite well. It's not really dragging or anything like that. Okay, so now let's go in with this. I feel like I've done the worst job at applying that in the whole wide world. I literally feel like I'm so bad at applying dark lipstick, and I don't know why, because it's literally like pale lipstick, but I always seem to like cock it up. I feel like my face looks really pale. It's very pigmented, it's very dark, so that's good. I feel like in a lighter colour that would have been so easy to like apply, because it was really nice and creamy. It's quite matte, but it doesn't feel really dry on the lips. I feel like I found it quite hard because it was a dark colour, and I'm literally rubbish at applying dark colours. But I am pretty impressed with the liner and the lipstick, and I think I'll have to go back and get them in like nude colours, because they'll be so good for like everyday use. But I wanted to get dark ones because I wanted like some dark lipsticks. But just kind of ignore, hopefully you can't see how bad I've applied this, but try and ignore it if you can. So yeah, so that is all the makeup that I've got. My favourite item, I think my favourite item has to be this contour and glow palette, because the highlighter is amazing. Literally so cheap, but so good. So that has definitely got to be my favourite. I also really like the lip crayons. I think they're really good. The mascara is pretty good. Least favourite has to be the eye crayons. Really not that pigmented, very hard to blend, found them very hard to work with. And the concealer palette was okay, but I wouldn't really like write home about it. It wasn't amazing. And then I also like the false lashes. They're only £1, but they're just as good as the false lashes I normally use. I'm very impressed actually, very impressed. So I really hope you like this video. Let me know if you'd like to see other videos like this in the future, like kind of testing out different beauty products and that kind of thing. Please let me know. And yeah, I'm gonna go now, but thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next video.